In order to comply with the law, the memo outlines the accommodations the student receives under the Americans with Disabilities Act Equal Access and Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, Non-Discrimination on the Basis of Disability. With the implementation of the new SAM, Student Access Management System, you will no longer receive a hard copy of the advocacy memo given to you by the student. The advocacy memo will now come electronically through your UT email. The student's name, course, and section number will be listed on the top of the memo. Throughout the semester, a student's accommodations may change. In such cases, you will be sent a revised advocacy memo. Please note, a student may become eligible for accommodations at any time. Now let's talk about a few common academic accommodations. Under alternative format, students may receive either Braille or accessible electronic text, also known as e-text. For Braille, tests that need to be brailled should be submitted to our office at least 3 days in advance. For e-text, book orders should be submitted to the bookstore no later than the date listed on the academic calendar. When placing a book order, ask the publisher to send an electronic editable copy for use by students with disabilities to oaelectronictext@utnet.utoledo.edu. Please ensure that all other materials used in class or online are made available in an accessible version. To learn more about accessible versions, visit www.utoledo.edu/utlc/access.html. Now we will talk about alternative testing. It is preferred that tests be administered in the department by the professor, a teaching assistant, or another member of the academic department who is familiar with the vocabulary used in the discipline. This will allow for equal access to communication under the ADA so students are able to ask questions of subject matter experts. Tests may be accommodated at a university test center or in the Office of Accessibility if accommodations within your department are not feasible. The testing process at the Law School, Health Science Campus, HSC, and Fieldhouse Test Center will remain the same with the implementation of SAM. The advocacy memo sent to you and CC'd to the student will also be copied to the Law School Registrar's Academic Test Center, ATC, on the Health Science Campus, and a list of main campus students eligible for testing accommodations will be sent to the Fieldhouse Test Center to ensure each testing area is aware that the student might utilize testing accommodations at each location. The process for students who are eligible to use a reader or scribe during testing and choose to use the test center in OA follows a separate process. You will complete a one-time online form with specific test information so that OA can better facilitate the administration of tests scheduled in the Office of Accessibility. Students will be asked to schedule tests online, streamlining the testing process. Please note that you may be asked to work with your dean and ADA liaison in order to identify a qualified reader and/or scribe for the test. A short video tutorial will be posted and emailed soon to walk you through this process. We will now move on to captioning. Captioning is required for equal access to communication for deaf and hard of hearing students. Uncaptioned materials may not be used in a course in which captioning is an accommodation. This includes any videos shown in class or online, whether it be on Blackboard or linked to an outside source such as Hulu or YouTube. Materials to be captioned should be submitted no later than 3 weeks before the date needed. If you do not submit your materials 3 weeks in advance, an alternative to showing the video must be in place. Now let's talk about how you can make your classroom safe and accessible. Physical access requires that both the building and the classroom are accessible. This means that someone using a wheelchair, scooter, walker, crutches, or etc. can move from the entrance of the building to and around your classroom. If the room is not accessible, please contact the main campus at 419-530-4843, the Health Science Campus at 419-530-4835, or CVA at 419-530-8303 for assistance in relocating your classroom to an accessible location. If an elevator is needed to access your classroom and the elevator is out of order, contact facilities at extension 1000, or on the Health Science Campus, call Julie Bonatati at 419-383-5353 immediately. In the event that there is only one elevator in the building that provides access to your classroom and the elevator cannot be fixed prior to class, cancel your class until access is available or contact the registrar's office to arrange for a temporary accessible location. If an adjustment to a workstation or adaptive classroom furniture is needed, call academic support at extension 2656. If an adjustment to a workstation or adaptive classroom furniture is needed on the Health Science Campus, contact Julie Bonatati at 419-383-5353. Now we will talk about emergency evacuation. If a student's accommodations includes emergency evacuation notification, work with the student to develop a plan of action early on in the semester. In the event of emergency, contact campus police at extension 2600. The final accommodation that we will cover is note-taking. To assist in recruiting volunteer note-takers, please email, post to Blackboard, and make an announcement in class that a volunteer note-taker is needed. Volunteer note-takers will receive a small stipend. If a volunteer note-taker is not identified, you may be asked to work with your department and ADA liaison to identify a qualified candidate for note-taking employment. There are multiple options for accommodating note-taking. Students may benefit from utilizing one or more of these options: a volunteer or paid note-taker, tape recording lectures, use of a smart pen, copies of your lecture notes, PowerPoints, and other lecture materials. Please note, currently PowerPoints alone do not suffice as notes. However, they may be of assistance to a student with a note-taking accommodation. In the case that a student in your course needs a lab assistant and/or research assistant, you may be asked to work with your department and ADA liaison in identifying a qualified candidate. It is critical that the entire memo be reviewed carefully and that you call OA with any questions about the student's accommodations. You must have a UT email account and check it daily. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please contact us at extension 4981, email us at officeofaccessibility@utoledo.edu, or stop by in Rocket Hall 1820. Thank you.